Welcome to Paranormal Heart Podcast with host Kat Ward. Helps to kind of bring me into the studio, doesn't it? So welcome to Paranormal Heart Podcast, Paranormal Talk with Heart and Soul. Tonight's segment is pre-recorded on United Public Radio Network 107.7 New Orleans, 105.3 the Gulf Coast, YouTube, Spotify, and any place you find your favorite podcast. So my dear Haunted Hearts, thank you so much for tuning in for segment 99, already almost at that magic number of 100. I'm joined once again by my UPRN brother, Don Yazzie. Don is a respected Navajo researcher, experiencer, and storyteller with a lifelong connection to Native traditions and the unexplained. Through his work, Don shares unique insights into Navajo beliefs, Skinwalker legends, UFO encounters, and other mysterious phenomena. So please help me welcome once again my brother from another mother, Don Yazzie.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going well. How are you doing? I know it's hot there.
Oh yeah, just cooling off. It was a warm day. Really humid, but it'll pass. Just drink your water. Make sure you guys stay liquefied and hydrated. Everyone out there.
Yeah, and please don't leave people or pets in a hot vehicle. Oh my God, I don't normally talk about stuff like that on the show. I don't like to do political stuff, but I don't know if it's like that in the States, but it's a problem up here in Canada where people will just go in leave their baby or their pets in a car alone, and it breaks my heart when it doesn't go right. But anyways, that's enough of me nagging. That's enough of me being mom. So welcome back. So we decided to call it the Paranormal Open Mic because we weren't sure what to talk about. So it makes it easier. I think we decided that we're going to talk about your ghost experiences and some of your investigations, and I can't wait to hear this.
Oh yeah. Can't wait to tell you.
Yeah, the mic is yours.
All right. I can't remember what we talked about the last time we were here, but I remember the first time for sure.
Yeah.
And okay, I believe that I didn't get into the ghost stories and the Ouija board story.
I believe you're right.
Okay, all right. So, sheesh. Okay, so after the Skinwalker story, comes in between there would be a ghost story or spirit stories. So back in one of the scary stories that I can remember back in my younger days was so I was over with cousins, and it was summertime, and we were playing Halo, and I think it was the Halo 2. It was big back in the day. We were playing all night, and around probably 3, we got tired and we fell asleep. And I laid right by the doorway, and I had a weird dream that So this is okay. Let me backtrack it. This is the first time that I confirmed that the paranormal is real. And this is the very first time that I realized that the supernatural is real. And I came to realization that I might be able to see some things that normal people ain't going to see. Mm-hmm. And I've always been like that. And I realized that it's not right and it's okay at the same time. And so I had a dream that, or I woke in. I sat up and the doorway was open, and I heard something like groaning, trying to come in. I looked at the doorway, and it was a huge giant person dressed like an old Navajo lady, trying to come into the doorway, but was like an invisible force field was stopping it from entering into the room. And this thing was the head was higher than the archway, and it was wider, and it was dressed like an old lady, and it scared the shit out of me. I sat there, I froze. It's like, I couldn't move, and and like before you know it, my cousin woke me. Hey, it's time to get up. I was like, what the hell? I was like, was that just a dream? It was a scary ass dream. I sat at the table to eat breakfast, and then Grandma came out, and she was yelling at us in Navajo. She's like, hey, you guys aren't supposed to be up at night. You guys aren't supposed to be playing games. You guys are supposed to be quiet when the sun goes down, because the spirit came into the house, walked through the hallway, and went straight to you boys' room while you guys were sleeping. And she was saying that. I was just like, oh Jesus, like, oh, I want to scream on the inside. I looked at her. My eyes probably gave it away. And she was lecturing us. She's like, she said she heard the dogs all going crazy outside, and the rent. She's an elder lady, so there's a rampway to walk up to the front door. She heard do 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 do. The dogs were losing their mind. The dogs were running away while they're supposed to be protecting the house. They opened the door and it closed the door, and she heard it boom, boom, going all the way. And she walked out. She got up out of her bed. By the time she got to her front door, straight sight, she can see us through the living room. And then there's 3 doors. The door that goes straight away is one of the cousin brothers' room. Then the door to the left was the one we're in. Then the door to the right was the one we were in. Then the door to the left straight away was the restroom. And then the living room, the kitchen's in between us is separate, so the house is kind of separated, her room and the boys' room. So she opened her door and she said she's seen this giant of a person, that had been 8 foot tall, trying to get in, boom, boom, but couldn't get in. For some reason, she said it was trying to get in, and it was making noises, and she told that things like, hey, hey. And she said when she got its attention, it stopped and it turned towards her. And she said that you need to leave, you're not supposed to be in here. And she walked up to that thing and grabbed it by its hand. She said the hand was so huge, and she said it was making all kinds of noises. And she had to guide that spirit out her doorway and chased it out. It walked with her out. She had to escort it out. And she said that spirit was trying to get in one of you boys or something. She said that you guys aren't supposed to be up late at night. So
Wow.
That was one of many first times that confirmation of the paranormal.
How old were you? Do you remember?
$17 maybe?
Okay.
At 16? Yeah. Then
Yeah.
there's one earlier, way before that, probably 13, that I just remembered too.
Sure. Let me say first, your grandmother, what a brave woman to walk up to the spirit and like take it by the hand and guide it outside. Like, who does that? Wow.
Someone that's probably experienced and seen a lot, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel safe around my grandmothers and elderly people in general, like even though they're smaller than me, like really small, and I'm huge, but I still feel like a little kid inside. And then when I'm around elderly people, I feel like I'm safe. So I don't know how to explain that. It's just I miss my grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I think you said you had another one when you were 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about my... Okay. Did I tell you that I used to be able to astral project a lot as a kid?
I think you touched on it. I don't think you really went to it. So yeah, please tell us about that.
I'll tell you the one of 13 first. We're going backwards.
Okay.
But okay.
That's okay. I was just watching. Have you ever heard of a British comedy called Red Dwarf? It's very, very old. 80s or 90s, something like that. Anyways, I just watched an episode where they were on a planet. Sorry to go off script here, but they were on a planet where everything was backwards. So you start off old and you get younger and younger. And if you go to a bar and you order a beer, you're given an empty mug, and as you're drinking, you see it filling up. And yeah, so I guess it's just backwards world everywhere.
Right. Right. Most definitely. Sometimes I like to say opposite day.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
for real, yeah. So I remember I was 13 because I was staying at one of my relatives' house, and I was going to school from there. We were residing there temporarily. So I got home from school one Friday. I know it was a Friday. It's a half a day in Utah, so Fridays the kids get out a little early.
Mhm.
And I got home probably around 1, I would say. Man, I was so tired. I just laid on the couch. I took a nap, and um, I started waking up. I was just laying there with my eyes open, and I realized that it was probably like around 4, maybe 5 in the evening, because I can tell how the sun is and how it looks in the land different times. And then the front door swung open violently. Boom! And I sat up really quick. My feet was kind of elevated on the armchair. And it just went boom. I hopped up really fast. I looked through the door, and walked in an old native man, an old Indian walked in, and he had no shirt on. He had the leggings on, the classic leggings on, the moccasin, and he had
Mhm.
his hair long. It was coming down both sides like this, and it was braided, and it was buckskin and beaver at the end. And he was darker than I, and he came in to the living room, and he was like looking around, like, like, what the hell is this? Like, what is that? Like someone from a different time came in, like a
Yeah.
warp pool happened. And we live near a wash, and portals are near washes most of the time. So, I stood up, I was like, what the hell? This guy, he looked at me, up and down. He's looking around. He walked into the room. I was like, hey, where are you going? I ran after him, and I couldn't find him. He was gone. He
Wow.
disappeared into the room. He had to been like at least maybe 5'7", at least 5'8". Yeah, yeah, from another time.
Yeah, he must have been like, I can't, he probably wondered what happened and where was he, like, because
Shock.
it's all foreign to him. Yeah.
Yeah, his eyes. I mean, the I can never forget the expressions on his face. Like he came in looking at the stove, like someone from the time in ancient time to now, like looking at everything. It's like overload. And he's just like looking around. He started walking faster. He's like, "What the heck?" You can tell he's freaking out.
Well,
He
yeah.
ran into the room. Yeah, gone. So, um, that was pretty. I tried telling my aunt that, and of course, my aunt, you
She
probably
didn't
just
believe
had.
you?
Yeah, she didn't. Nah, this aunt didn't, or a lot of aunt. I don't know, man. My family, they
Some believe,
experience
some
a lot of
don't.
things themselves. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. They have their own experiences too, but they choose not to believe it. They choose not to acknowledge it.
Yeah. I have some family members like that and some friends too, where I thought somebody peeked their head through my curtain over here, but there's no one there. Okay.
Ooh,
Hmm.
they
Yeah.
like the story.
Maybe. Just keep looking that way now. Okay. Um, I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I'm sorry.
Oh, a few of our shows, we had some EVPs come through, and they are
Really?
scary.
Oh,
Yeah,
can you tell?
scary.
First of all, tell us a little bit about your show, when it's on, and tell us about some of the EVPs you've had.
Oh, thank you. Um, we run Saturday nights from 8:10 Mountain Standard Time at least 2 hours, under 2 hours. Sometimes we go a little over. It's okay. We're closer that night,
Mm.
and we're called "Don't Whistle at Night" podcast. Co-host Darren and I, but this coming Saturday, um, August 1st, we're gonna have one of our teammates join, the Cedric Willie, to help me co-host.
Nice.
Yeah. So we cover the paranormal just like you,
Mhm.
and just talk about it and have guests, different storytellers that we know, and a lot of people want to come on. So every week we have different storytellers, and we try to bring back old people, but it's going pretty great. It's going pretty great. So come and join us if you guys want to have hang out. We will bring a little humor with us while we're there.
That's awesome. I love having a little humor in it.
Yes. That's the only way to live, is a little humor. Glass half full type of deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the EVPs.
Oh yeah. Sheesh, man. So we've had EVPs from one of our episodes with Barry, one of our earlier episodes. We had whistling come through. We had a female's voice come through. And we had a child's voice come through. And starting from there, throughout every other episodes, if you look on YouTube and Spotify, the listeners will put the time stamp of an EVP and what it said, and I'll go back and listen to it, and I'll tell you, I'll like listening to every other person's EVP is creepy, but for some reason, like everything just goes like, okay, geez, all right, okay. So the last one was Jamie Nez. I think 33 minutes, 33 seconds. You can hear a scary voice say his name's like Jamie. It was like, oh,
Oh,
I went back. I was like, oh my gosh. And I messaged him. I was like, hey, you remember you said that because he's being targeted by voodoo out there in Georgia, and he's seen that spirit that's around him, and he sent me a picture. He said, this is that spirit that's around. This
oh
is him.
wow.
I was like, oh shit. So it's that Papa Yoga, or I can't
Uh,
remember the voodoo. He's an
um,
African American guy with paint, and he dresses all kind of creepy. Body
yeah,
paint, yeah.
I can't remember the name.
Papa Legbo, right?
I
Something
don't
like
know.
that. Some strange thing like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Yeah. So we had that, and uh oh yeah, just throughout the episodes you'll hear EVP, and I'll even tell them too, like, hey, did you guys hear that? Did you guys hear that? And I'm like, yeah, I think it just comes with the topic. It just comes with it in the Navajo way. The more you talk about things like this, they're coming to you. They're getting
Mhm.
closer to you because they like it when you talk about them. They like that you acknowledge them, and especially the ghosts. They'll definitely come in. And so, like for us, our tribe is very. Some people might say superstitious, but maybe because we're so superstitious that we changed the name of Bear. The original name was Cessna Ginny. So the
Really?
translation for that is like the rock dwellers, rock livers. They live on top of the mountaintops. So
Yeah.
that's what it means. It translates.
Hmm.
And whenever the old Navajos would say that Cessna Ginny, it's they're coming down. So the bear would come, and so they'd be like, "Hey, you don't say that, shush, shush." So it changed to shush bear. So we had to change it because whenever someone said the old name, it would come, and it would always still a Navajo boy, 3 years old, 4 years old, all the time around those ages, it would still the boy, and our ancestors would have to go and track down the bear and retrieve the boy, and the boy would be really, really wild. and they would have to do a whole bunch of ceremonies just to bring him back. Same thing with
Wow.
Sasquatch. Whenever Sasquatch would take a kid, they would find the kid years later as a teenager, and that
Mm-hmm.
kid would be wild, howling into the night, be nocturnal, and something would come and communicate with that child. So that's and then same thing
That's
too. There has to be a
terrifying.
lot of ceremonies. Yeah, there's a lot of strange things out there that would take a kid.
Yeah.
There's little people, there's trolls, there's a giant serpent, dragon looking thing. There's
Mm-hmm.
portals, so it just goes on, and I think I'm lucky I made it this far.
Let's hope you keep going for many, many years.
Oh, right, right. Likewise, you too, Miss Cat.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. So, all right. So, my younger years, I was able to leave my body. I had been at least 5 years old, 4 years old, starting. So it's been that long since I realized that I can do that. And when I was younger, I realized that I was able to fly faster and accelerate and put distance between myself and Earth quick.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got older, I think I got less innocent, and I realized that I was traveling slower, and it would take time for me to get up off the ground and fly over yonder.
Mm-hmm.
And all the way up until like 13, 14, around there,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that I was seeing a lady following me around from the ground, and she was always screaming really loud, and she would come out of the cave and find me around my community. As I fly away from my body, she would follow me around, and I had a feeling that she can't follow me to where I am. I had a feeling that she can't, so I had to fly away from her to lose her, and then come back to my house and go into my body, and then I got good at that, and probably I got like maybe 16 years old, around there. Um, I was wandering around, and I think I was standing on a rooftop, and I seen that lady, and she was really close this time. And that scream, she looked like that one girl from The Ring, long
Yeah.
long hair.
Yeah.
Yep, and then the white. Yep, and then pale. She had no socks, no shoes on, just that white dress, like it's really dirty.
Mm.
And she started running after me, and I started flying and running, jumping. This time I couldn't fly, but I can take long jumps and kind of soar and glide a little bit. And I was running and running and looking back. This thing is coming closer, and I just needed to get home, get back into my body, and wake up. That was all I wanted to do. I was so terrified. So
Wow.
I finally got to my. I know it's really scary for me.
No
Um,
kidding.
yeah, yes.
Could you do that at will, or did it just happen?
Um, it just happened.
Mm.
Like right now, it'd be once in a great while, and my wife will know when I leave. She'll wake me up. She said,
Wow.
my body, it, she said I twitch in a weird way when she knows I'm leaving. So she knows when I'm getting out of my body. So she wakes me up, and I see her wake me up, and I wake up my body like, come on, I'm going somewhere. She's like, you're not supposed to do that. So she knows when I'm going to astral project. So I think that's what you call marriage.
Yeah. Not going
um,
without me. No.
yeah, for real. And
Sounds
she
like
woke
she's
me
your
up.
anchor.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
that's what you call it. She would wake me up from my sleep while I'm visiting my grandparents, and I'll be bawling, see my grandma,
Mm.
you know, and I'll be waking up at 3 in the morning. If I see a ghost or something or hear something, I wake up to pray or check the house or walk around. Um, there's a story reasons why for that. So going back to the grudge girl,
Mm.
um, I got back to the community, and I jumped, I went right in through the roof of my house into the hallway, and the hallway is like a Z, the house, and I land right in the middle, boom, and I ran. to that last corner. My room was in the back by the back door. I hit the corner and I was running to my door, and then the back door went boom, it swung open. I stopped. I was like, oh shit, no, hell no. And it was that girl, and she was on all fours. And she
That's
had the
creepy.
hand on the door like this, and I can barely see her eyes through the black hair. And she started crawling, all four, really fast. She pushed open the door, boom, and I started running after her. She jumped on my bed, and she went around my neck and she bit my neck, and I jumped into my body, and I woke up screaming.
Did you have a mark on your neck when
No.
you woke up? Well, that's good. That's really good.
No. Thank God. No. No. That, and after that I couldn't astral project until I turned 30.
Oh wow. Long time.
Yeah.
Any idea what triggered it after all those years?
Sober.
Oh,
Being
okay.
sober. I quit drinking.
Congratulations. That's a huge, huge thing.
No, yeah, thank you. It really woke me up. Just that alcohol really held me back all them years, and made me not pleasant as well. But now like 9 years sober, so I think we'll go for another 9 years again.
Yes, well done. Yeah, that's no easy feat.
No. Yeah. You have to look into the mirror, and realize your life story. And if you think, or if you can pinpoint that you are the bad person in your life story, then you have to make some changes.
Yep. Definitely. Like you said, once people realize that, kind of like looking in the mirror or self-reflection or whatever, that's when they realize, oh crap, I got to change.
Yeah, it was the best change, because not too long after that I had my son, and it's been relearning everything my whole life as a kid, so reliving it through him, which is pretty awesome feeling.
You have a couple of kids, I forget, or just one?
Yeah, I got 3.
Oh, 3. Oh wow, okay. Do they have any, like, do you know if they've astral projected, or have they seen anything? I'm not sure if they've mentioned anything to you, or
the 2 older ones, they'll have like the same nightmare. They'll hear the same song, like an old song, Native American song, and they would hear it. They would wake up same time. And then my son, I think I don't know if he's getting visits or not. He wakes up like he knows a little bit of something, like, about us. And he's an old soul in general himself. So
yeah. How old is he now?
He's gonna be he's 7 right now. He's gonna be 8 soon.
Oh, yeah. So he probably has it too.
I think so.
Yeah.
But he has the temper. That's one he has for sure, is temper. So I'm like, oh no.
Oh.
The wife just looked at me. He's just like someone. I'm like, not even.
Not me. Got to be on your side of the family.
Right. Yeah.
The nice thing is, though, if the kids do want to talk to you about experiences like this, at least you kind of know how to help them.
Yeah.
And that's huge right there. Yeah.
I do take them with me on investigations as well. We went to Skinwalker Ranch, and near Skinwalker Ranch, and my 2 other kids, they're supernaturally gifted too, because we are in this area that my good friend, my older brother Rodney, he was able to see the shadow figure being, and my two older kids, they saw the same shadow tall figure being, and I was the only one able, or I couldn't see him, but I can hear him walking around.
Mm.
And I was on TikTok live, and I was telling everyone, hey, I hear someone walking around me. And then Rodney looked, and he saw a tall shadow figure walking around me and just looking at me up and down.
Wow.
And I was like, guys, something's here, something's around me. I can't see you. I was talking to, I was like, I can't see you, but I can hear you. I was like, I know you're curious. And Rodney had to come out around me and put a little protection barrier around me, because he wasn't too trusting of that shadow. And my kids, they said that it was walking around me. They said it was really, really curious, interested in me, and it would look at everyone else, and then look at me and walk around me really fast. And she said that my daughter, she said it walked towards them and it touched my son. It touched him like this, just reached out, and it walked. And it went around the truck that Rodney and his wife was in. It walked around the truck, and it went back towards me and going around me in circles really fast. And that's what Rodney had to get out of the truck. He's like, "Oh, okay, this is kind of getting weird."
Yeah, no
So,
kidding.
yeah, he had to put another barrier around me, and that wash, that creek, that's right by the ranch is haunted as hell. It's haunted as hell, because I was hearing voices, I was hearing women screaming. I don't know if there was a slaughter that went there. I don't know what happened in the past, but I can hear dead horses. I can hear everything, basically, like a battle took place there, something, or it's a portal. I don't know. There's a lot of noises going around there too, so I was hearing all kinds of things. So one of these days we're gonna go back, stay at a Ute tribal member place, and further investigate the on the outside perimeter of Skinwalker Ranch, and try to draw them in and tell me, hey, I'm tired of paying taxes. No, I'm just kidding.
So, is there any other description that you know of about the shadow person? Or was it just like no hat or any distinguishing garments or features or anything?
The tall one. There is shadow people all across the reservation. And then the shorter ones, those ones they're different type of little person, but they're shadow. But if you really look at them, they have really black, bushy hair, and they have ashy skin, and they're ashy, and they have dark eyes, and they have like at least 3 sticks or 2 sticks. One might have a bow, one might have a spear, but they all look like a native's been out in the sun all day. That's how they look, sunburnt, severely sunburnt. And
how short?
Like at least 14 inches, 1.5 feet tall at least.
Okay. Yeah.
My little one that I seen, I think that one might have been a fairy.
Oh. What makes you think that?
Because his ears was like an elf, and his nose was pointy, and he didn't have a dark skin. It was pink almost, and he had his own unique clothing that was like almost like green, but a little bit darker. And he had like some weird shoes, some weird kind of shoes. He was playing peekaboo with me. I had a horrible nightmare. I got up, I sat up. I was a child, like a kid. I had been 6 years old because my grandma passed away. We're dealing with a whole bunch of bad stuff around that time. I was laying on the couch in the living room. I got up from a really bad dream. I was sweating, and I knew something was looking at me. And boom, I looked right underneath the table, and there's that guy trying to hide underneath behind the pillar of the table.
Yep.
He had been like 1.5 feet tall. And I was like, what the hell? And he realized that I saw him, and he looked this way. I saw his ears was like this.
Yeah.
And then he had a hat. The hat looks like Robin Hood.
Mm.
Remember, it's like high up here at
Yeah.
the back, and it's down. His
Mm-hmm.
hat was just like that, and he
Oh,
had
wow.
something on the side that went up on the side. When he turned, as I saw that ear, and I saw his nose was pointy, and
Huh.
he looked at me. He looked down the hallway to the kitchen. He ran down the kitchen. I heard the door open and close, and that scared the crap out of me.
I could imagine.
So, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I was 6 years old.
Man, seeing something like that when you're just so young, eh?
Yeah, I never really told anyone about that. Yeah, I
Oh, wow.
barely recently started telling that story on TikTok Live.
Okay.
Uh, a lot of stories I've been holding back, not telling, but hearing other Navajo kids that are grown-ups now talking
Mhm.
about the same story, and I don't know whether to do to cry or laugh, or like, hey,
Yeah.
you know, I feel you. You don't know. I'll tell you my story. And then we all have huge correlation, and we're all like little therapy session. It just goes from
Yeah.
skateboarding to therapy right away. That's how it usually goes on the TikTok live, because there's a lot of Native Americans on there. I
Mhm.
think it's a little different from our lives here on the radio station.
Yeah. Well, it's fascinating to know that other people have same experiences as us, and it doesn't matter where they are around the world.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So
the
it's
connection.
yeah. So it's comforting too when you find somebody who understands.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
especially Bigfoot encounters. When you meet somebody that has same, or if not scarier story, then you make connections right away.
Mhm.
Um, I think the best, like, it makes you feel like you're in a club, but
Yeah,
especially the
yeah,
portal ones too. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Last night, one of our teammates seen a portal out on the reservation just opened up, and
Oh,
a
wow.
long UFO entered into our dimension, and that portal just disappeared. She said that the teammate said that UFO was a long cigar shaped tube thing, flew over the
Hmm.
community to the south.
Wow. I take it was probably quiet too, no sound.
Quiet, no
Yeah.
sound.
Hmm.
Around 1:30 in the morning.
Hmm. Wow. Yeah, your area is really hopping with all kinds of things. I mean, pretty
Yeah.
much anything in the paranormal, you can find it where you are, I think.
Um. Except, well, oh yeah, yeah. We do have unicorns. I was told a story. We have a unicorn. So,
That's
they're
cool.
like
Are
the
they good or bad?
water. They're good.
Okay,
They're
I
good.
thought
I
so.
told that
Yeah.
their connections with the mountain and water.
Hmm.
So how the water comes out of the mountain springs, it ties into that. Um, there's another shadow. I probably can't talk about it, but I touched on it on our show,
Mhm.
one of the lives. So we'll touch on it briefly here.
Okay.
I don't want to
Whatever,
get in
whatever,
trouble.
yeah, whatever you're able to share.
Our culture, our religion, we're upfront with a lot of things, and there's
Hmm.
so much that we hide and are told to hide, because we're gonna go back to it when the genocide hopefully never does happen again. We have to go back, resort to the religion and get into it. And one of the deities, the top deities um that we acknowledge, that I acknowledge, that I know is around me once in a while, I do, that watches over me. And he's a he's a shadow person, but not a shadow person. Sorry, I shouldn't say shadow person. He's the he's he's the fire deity.
Okay.
And he's some may say he's like a tall, like at least over 7 foot person, a man, Navajo man,
Mhm.
and he has a headdress on, and his body is emanating blue. Remember, like your sign up here?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
but his is more blue aura giving off, and it's like all the way out. His outlines, his
Hmm.
fingers everywhere is all blue. And on his temple, on his left side temple, he has this constellation of the Pleiades, because that's where he comes from.
Huh. Interesting.
So there's a lot of stories about him. Maybe I'll share with you, and then on the next ones about the culture, more culture stories.
Yeah.
I'll share with you. So
Appreciate that.
he's oh, you're welcome. Yeah, he's around. He checks on us, watching over us, and he can help assist us, assign the guide to us if we call for help.
Oh. So he's a good guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
I'm sure he can probably be nasty too, but if he has to.
Um, yeah, yes. I think his whole deal is balance, having balance.
Okay.
That's the main deal, balance. But the ones that run into the dark, without him, witchcraft and Sasquatch and Dogman wouldn't be existing here.
Really? Why do you figure that is? Or do you know?
Oh, we're told that the destructions of the last world was because of him.
Oh.
He kidnapped the water babies, the water deities, the water deities babies. Two of them he kidnapped, and the water deity is what you would call a mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the babies that he kidnapped, they're still around on the reservation. Mermaids are still they're real.
Wow.
So so he took it. You know, there's a lot of stories on him, and he took the babies, the mermaid, the water babies, the mermaid person, the they flooded the whole entire world.
Mm.
And then we got here while they were planning this world, they left them out. And the good coyote was helping us plan this world.
Mm.
And then him, the trickster, he shapes himself into a coyote too. And he was born in an egg in the Pacific Ocean. So he has all the astrology. He knows all about that. And so I guess he was hearing the whole planning, using the shadows, being the shadow, being the wind, hearing our plans. And when they finally got done planning, and that's when he came through with all the witchcraft to taint everything, all the good and the bad, throw it all together. Yeah, there's tons of stories with him, so I'm just trying to make it short.
Yeah.
As much as possible. Yeah.
Because we probably have to have a mini series.
Right.
There's so much. Yeah.
Now, so there's ways to contact him, but go ahead.
Does he have a name? You don't have to say it if you're not able to, but does he have a name that you're aware of?
The god of darkness, the god of fire.
Mm-hmm. So at this time, I heard my cat over here just meowing.
Oh, the god of fire.
Okay. No specific name that you know of?
Yeah.
You don't have to say it.
Yei'iitsoh Sasquatch.
I'm not even going to attempt to try to say that.
Yeah, he's the dark deity.
Okay.
If I find a picture, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please. That'll be interesting. Yeah.
Oh yeah, his stories are really, really interesting.
But is there to help?
Probably the good side, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, without him, there'd probably be no Navajos, because we relied on him to not get captured when the genocide was going. Because we had the Hopis, we had the Zunis, we had the different Pueblos, we had the Mexicans, we had the Utes, we had the Mormons.
Oh, wow.
We had the United States government. everyone was everyone was coming for us, and all we had was the canyons and witchcraft.
Mm,
And we had to make sure everything was out of balance, and he was there with us the entire time.
mm, yeah.
Him
Balance.
and Bigfoot. Hmm.
Him and Bigfoot. Okay.
Hmm.
Wow. Keeping the balance, kind of like a yin and yang type thing.
Yep, that's very, very vocal point in our tribe.
Mm,
So much that we have a balance. So much like we had 6 war chiefs and 6 peace chiefs, and how to tell them apart is the war chief had the war bonnet helmet, and his
mhm,
feathers were eagle, so he was a war chief. He
mm,
makes war. Then the other one had the bonnet, but he had turkey feathers, so
mm.
he's chief. So he would go out, make peace with enemy tribes, enemy nations, and if he dies, then he's a sacrifice, just like a turkey for us.
Ah, okay. No easy feat trying to make peace.
No,
No.
no, no. And still to this day, it's it's hostile, but it was worse back in the day.
Mm.
Still to this day, you got our neighbor tribes hating on us, and I get hate mail weekly. So
Do you really?
still, yeah, yeah.
Wow. Is it just
The,
since you started your show or?
yeah, since day
Hmm.
one, I had someone reach out, said, "You are UPRN's weakest show." And I'm like, "All right, thank you. Fuck off." Our very first day on, that's like,
Oh,
boom, like,
wow.
wow, welcome in.
Tell me how you
Yeah,
really think.
right, right.
Wow.
I'm just like, okay, well, then we're not for you, and just scroll.
Well,
It's like,
yeah,
just scroll.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my second or third, I think it was my third episode many years ago. I had a dear friend on and we had a great time. We were laughing. And I find you can have humor with the paranormal. You got to also take it seriously, but you can have humor too. And we did do a lot of laughing. And I had a negative uh, comment saying that paranormal's too serious, you shouldn't be talking or laughing, and just going on. And all I said was, "Thank you for tuning in and giving me your comment." I mean, what else am I supposed to say, right?
Yeah.
It was kind of
Especially like,
disheartening because it was my third episode. I was just like, oh, but
oh,
yeah,
yeah, I think like when it comes to that, just my first thing is like, hey, well then start your own show. Like start your own,
yeah,
go do it. Why
yeah,
don't you do it? Other than that, just scroll.
yeah. Well,
But
yeah,
I,
exactly.
yeah, I was like raised taught not to say anything if you're gonna don't say anything at all if it's not gonna be nice. Just scroll. And then with me being an adult and people saying that, I'm like, you know what? You can go. I was like, we're not for you. Just get out of here.
Well, yeah,
That's all. You know
exactly.
what? Just leave. One
Yeah.
bad comment, like just go, just go. I don't want to hear it. I think it's because probably got bullied a little too much.
They did. You think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
I did. Like like
Oh.
going to school in Salt Lake City. A bunch of Mormon kids like say, "Hey, you should off
Oh.
yourself." Getting jumped every day
No.
just for being me. So like going through all that and seeing how haunted Salt Lake City is. Salt Lake City is haunted. I can keep continuing with ghost stories there.
Wow.
Um,
Hmm.
so okay, so like for instance, I stopped at my cousin's place when he used to live in American Fort. This is in the Valley, Salt Lake area, and we're at his apartment, and I was just spending a night there, and I was on my way to Wyoming to go to work, and he inflated the mattress for me. It was a twin bed mattress, air mattress, and I laid down on the ground. And as soon as I closed my eyes, I opened it up and I realized that the color was different. I was somewhere else. I was not in that reality. I sat up. I started to panic,
Mhm.
and I looked at the couch, the stand, the lamp. Everything was from the 70s and 80s.
Oh, wow.
even the light that the lamp was giving off was old school. Looking at the picture, there's like someone's picture. I was in that place, but a long time ago. Looking around, the carpet was different, and then I seen a kid on standing off to the side. I thought it was a doll because of how messed up his face was
Oh.
and how dirty his clothes was. His clothes had a lot of blood over it, and
Mm.
it was and one of those overall that you put over and button up,
Okay. Yep.
and he had old school button up shirt with the ruffly from
Mm-hmm.
the 1800s. His clothing,
Oh,
he had no
wow.
shoes on, and he was ginger. He has red hair, and his face, I couldn't see his face because it was all horizontal slashes all the way down his face. His eye
Strange.
was cut in half. His
Oh.
lip was hanging down, and this whole skin right here was hanging over his eye. I can barely see his eye through his
Mm.
skin. It was just gashed. This boy was cut up. I don't know if it was an accident or something.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, whoa, like, what are you
No
doing?
kidding.
Yeah, I was looking at everything, and
Horrifying.
he was there the whole time, looking at me. While I was like, "What? Whoa!" Bup, 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 bup. He ran towards me, and he jumped right on top of me. And he raised his hand up, and he had a huge old knife, a butcher knife, and he went and like to stab my face. And it was coming in. I hurry up and move. One, two, last one, three, and I pushed him off. He flew across the room. Boom. And I jumped up. I was gonna kick his ass. I jumped up and I woke up standing in the morning.
That's
And
wild.
I was standing up, and I was realized that I woke up standing there, and I was breathing really hard and sweating. And it
Mm.
had been like at least 7 in the morning. And I was standing there like coming back, just like freaking out, shaking. And then I stopped. I was like, oh hell no. I turned around because I know that I was on an air mattress. I was like, is this air mattress flat? I looked, it was flat. And I looked where my head was. There's 3 puncture holes in that air mattress.
Wow.
And I started packing up all my shit. And I was packing up all my stuff. I was yelling for my cousin, get out of here, get out, guy. He came out. He's like, what's up? I told him everything. I was like, look, I pointed at him. I was like, dude, you almost killed me in my sleep, bro. I was like, dude, he was ugly as hell, And I was like, look, there's 3 holes. Look at the knife. Look at it's just wide. And he was just laughing at me. He didn't
Wow.
say anything at all. He was just laughing at me.
Did he
And
believe you, do you think?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
because he's seen some crazy things himself. Centaur,
Mm.
like the devil himself, demons.
Ooh.
We see all kinds of things growing up, and um, yeah, I think he was just laughing at me because I was throwing all my stuff in the bag, shaking my head. Like, I'm never coming back here, man.
Yeah,
You
nope,
can
nope,
stay
nope,
here
nope.
with,
As you're packing your bag, nope.
so you can stay here with that ugly ass Chucky you got hiding underneath the damn table,
I was
man.
thinking of Chucky, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
mm.
man.
Yeah, that was scary as hell.
Well, Don, we have a few minutes left, not a lot of time. Can you tell us, do you have anything in the works now? Because I know
Oh yeah.
you were working on a documentary with Will Jevning, and that's out now, is it?
Yeah, yes, it's on YouTube right now. It's called
Okay.
Bigfoot Navajo Nation, 10 episodes. Right now we do have Patreon up and available. We're talking about skinwalkers. There's 4 of us of our team. We're talking about our personal experiences and from what we know from family and just other witness testimonials. And that's part 1 out there. We'll have part 3, part 4. We have fireside interviews, boots on the ground. We explored skinwalker caves. That's all that's yet content coming out for Patreon.
Nice. And what's the name of the documentary again?
Bigfoot Navajo Nation.
Okay. I've seen it. I've seen you and Will post it, but I just can never remember what it's called. Navajo. I'm writing this down so I can check it out. Okay, cool.
10 episodes. So
10 episodes. Nice. Anything else that you're working on?
October, we're going to be working on season 2, Bigfoot Navajo Nation.
Nice.
And this month, we got invited by the Bigfoot Research Organization, New Mexico, to help them out look for Bigfoot in the Dulce Apache Reservation area.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep. And we also have a Bigfoot conference going on in Gallup, New Mexico, and a live podcast at Almaro Theater in Gallup, New Mexico.
You're busy. That's awesome. Well done. I look forward. Getting to be a big star.
Oh, well, hey, it's just right place at the right time.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I think it's the new age that we're living in, new age of storytellers, and the radio made a comeback.
Definitely, yeah. Do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to tell the audience?
Yeah, just thank you for listening to Paranormal Heart podcast with Kat. She's a really great host, one of my favorite podcasts and radio out there. You're welcome.
Thank you.
And just like to say thank you all for having the time and patience to listen to me talk. I know the first time I came on, I must have been very, very nervous. And times have changed.
That they have, yeah. You were a little nervous, but I don't find that you really showed it. You did very well.
Thank you. Yeah. This is my first time. Being on the radio, actually. Wait, it was you and Boss Ladies. One of them, I think it was
Michelle. Yeah, Michelle DeRoche.
Yeah.
As soon as I told her about you, and it's all thanks to Will Jevning, because I had him on, and then he told me about you, and then I told Michelle, and she goes, "Oh, I got to snag him." I'm like, I'll hook you up, but yeah, awesome.
A lot of hats off to Will. Yeah, my predecessor right there. I say one of my predecessors.
Yeah, he's amazing man. Could you also tell us the name of your show again and when it's on, and where they can find it?
Okay, we're called Don't Whistle at Night podcast. You can find us on YouTube and on Spotify. We have over 67 episodes. We go live every Saturday night. I know, right? Time flies. And we go live every Saturday night at 8:10 Mountain Standard Time.
Awesome. Well, thank you again. I really enjoy talking to you. It's been a while, so I'm like, I got to ask him if he wants to be on the show again. But so thank you so much. And if you have a couple minutes to chat after I say my farewell to the audience, just hang tight.
Okay.
Take care. A huge thank you to my special guest, Don Yazzie, and to you, my wonderful haunted hearts, for tuning in. I also want to thank UPRN 107.7 New Orleans, 105.3 the Gulf Coast for carrying the show. If you enjoyed tonight's episode, please like, subscribe, share, and comment. It truly does mean the world to me. And if you'd like to be on the show, you have guest or topic ideas, or just want to say, hey, Kat, what's new? Send me an email at paranormalheart13@gmail.com. I'd also like to hear, what country are you listening from? So until we meet again, take care of yourselves and each other. Much love to you all.